Hi YouTube, welcome to another video. Thank you for joining me. Today is December 9th, so today is day number 9 in our December daily, and I have started a project. I'm probably not going to complete the project on here. I'm probably going to come back and show you. I'm going to come back, but I'll tell you about the project in a minute. But I did get a Christmas card from a friend of mine who makes cards. She's made cards. She sends me a birthday card and a Christmas card every year, and she does it with her Cricut. I want to show you what she made me. So she made me this Christmas card. Thank you, Betty. And it says, "It's really Christmas." And then, so she used her Cricut to cut out all these pieces. And then on the inside, it just says, "The magic of Christmas never ends, and it's the greatest gift its greatest gifts are family and friends." And then this is the inside, and she just signed it. And she used her Cricut to cut out the bow and the cat. So thank you, Betty, for this beautiful Christmas card, and I have lots of Christmas cards from Betty. See who's calling me. Nope. Oh. I'll call her back. But anyway, so also I use my pens that my daughter gave me. I finally opened them. And yeah, I use these. And I use these as well. My Dollar Tree, $1.25 for 10 pens. And I wrote in my December daily, and it looks a little different because I put some stickers that I've had for a long time. I've had these stickers for a super long time. So I use these stickers, and these were stickers, present stickers, and these were word stickers. So I use these, and they says, "Create, masterpiece, life-changing, destiny, wholehearted, excellent." And then I left the word journal in there. So yeah, I changed up my December daily. And on the inside of my December daily, I printed out the scriptures that my friend sent me, this scripture writing plan for December of 2025. So I printed it out, and then I stuck it in the pocket. So if you want to screenshot it or copy the days, if you want to do a December daily scripture writing plan, these are the scriptures that I write out every day. And it goes just right in this, so it goes in this little pocket. So my December writing for today, which is December 9th, let's see. So here's December 9th, and it is 1 Corinthians 12 and 7. And I copied it from the Message, the New Living Translation, the NIV, and the New King James Version of the Bible. And our inspirational word scriptures of the day were Isaiah 41 and 10, and also verse 13. And then I just have happy birthday to a couple of people that are special to me. Happy birthday, Kitty G, and happy birthday, Kim E. So these are some women that are very special to me. And then I use some stickers to cover up the little popcorn man over here in the corner. So that's my scripture writing plan for today, December 9th. And the project I'm working on is I am working on let's see if I can get it down a little bit more. I'm working on a headband. This is my Sentro 40 needle, and I'm at 54 rows. I've cast on. I'm going to come back and show you how I cast off, and then I'll cast on another project and show you how I cast on, because I wasn't sure if this yarn is going to work, because this yarn is the Red Heart Super Saver. And usually Super Saver doesn't work on this machine, but I did cake it up. So I caked it up, and so yeah, and then I have it in the tensioner, in the middle tensioner. And so I do pull from the center. I don't let it get all tangled up at any point, because Super Saver Red Heart is not the best yarn for the Sentro 40 needle. So let's see, I'm a little twisted right now, so let me get this twist out the way because I don't want it to mess up anything. Okay, so I got my yarn untwisted, but it's all caked up. It looks a little ratty, and I sit it on the floor. I like it underneath me. And then, so all I do is, and here's my needle to cast it off. And since I didn't start with any waste yarn, I'm just gonna cinch this one in the middle. But I will show you, I will come back and do one with waste yarn so that you can see what that process looks like anyway, too. So my counter has gone off, but when I start cranking again, it's gonna go back and count the rows where I was. And this doesn't suction to the table well because it has these suction feet, but it doesn't really suction well. So I just hold on to it. Sometimes I have to stand up and put pressure on it. But I just hold one of the legs, like, you know, I'll just hold one of the legs, hold it down, make sure that it doesn't slide off the table, and then I'll just crank. And the tensioner, let me see if you can see the tensioner. The tensioner keeps it in the tension pretty good. So I like pull some yarn out of the ball. And then, but if I see it bunching up or twisting in any way, I will stop it. So it started back, I'm at row 54, and I'm got to go to row 90, I think. A headband is 90 rows. So, like it's twisting up right here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's all twisted. So I will untwist that. I don't like it to twist in any way, because this yarn is a little bit thicker and it will drop your stitches, and I don't like picking up stitches. So I just hold on to it and crank, and every time it goes around, there's a I'll show you, let's see. So this little magnet, when it goes around here, it counts the next row once this passes. I should have put this magnet behind or in front of one, so when I get to my black needle that I have, there's one black needle, but I also have put this here so I'll know, you know, if I don't have a counter, if my counter's not working, I'll know when I get back to the first stitch. So it's bunching up under here, and then I'll just take it out. I don't like it to bunch up. And usually I keep it right, like in line with it. I keep my hand on and I just keep cranking. And right now you can see there are no drop stitches. And like, let's say this touched the table. If it did, I would just pull it up, and then I would like kind of like put it in the middle some, so it's not touching the table, because if it gets too heavy, it will probably start dropping stitches off. So I am going to keep cranking this until I get to row number 90, and then I will come back and show you what it looks like to cast it off. And then I will cast on another one with another yarn, and I will show you what that looks like to cast on. So I shall return. Okay, we're at row number 87. So I'm going to go a couple of more rows. 88. Okay, so we're coming up on our 90th row, and it went a little past, so I am going to just hand crank until I get back to the first black needle. It's only one black needle. If you notice, all the needles are white. But now we get to the one black needle. So now I'm going to cast it off. I didn't bring any scissors, so I'm just going to have to do it with my hand. All right. And my needle, where did my needle go? Oh, here's my needle over here. So I have this curved needle. Let's see. Just taking my needle, I got a knot in the little, to hold it, keep it together. So I have this curved needle. I got this off of Amazon. It was a pack of needles. So I am going to stand up so I can cast this off, and my thread is probably too long, but it's okay. We're gonna make it work. So then I am going to take it off of the first black needle, and I'm gonna hand crank to take it off. So I'm just putting my needle there. So the thread is going to, it's going to knit this one right here. So now that the one black one has fell down, I'm going to pick it up. Pick up my black one. And then I'm going to hand crank it and pick up this one. And a lot of times I'll put my finger on the next one so I don't lose the stitch on there by pulling up on this, because sometimes when you pull up on the thread you will lose the next stitch, and I don't want to pick up no stitches, so I'll just put my finger there. So then you just put your needle in the little tracks. Let's see, I don't know if you can see that, but let me see if I can get you a little bit closer to see what I'm doing. So these little tracks in the middle, this is what I use to pick up the stitches in this little track right here. There's a little track right here, and that's where you lift off the hook. You lift the yarn off of the needle once the needle goes down. So then I'm going to turn it a couple, but I'm going to put my finger on this one and pick up this one. Since I made my thread so long and I don't have any I don't have any scissors over here, I don't have to put my finger on this one because it's still, the needle is still up, so I don't have any, I won't lose that one. So some people cast all the way around and make all the stitches free, but I don't do that because I don't want to have to pick any up. So I might cast off a few and then I'll pick them up. But see, this one is about to, I'm going to hold this one right here while I pull on this one because I don't want to lose it. I could possibly lose it and have to pick it up, and I don't want to. I don't know if let me see, if I wanted you to see what I'm doing. So, see, okay, this way, let me see, okay, this way, I think. Let me see. All right, so now I'm gonna pick up this one. I'm gonna crank the handle a little bit, and I'm going to pick up the next stitch once the needle goes down and you can't see the needle no more. And then you can pick up a few at a time, but just be careful not to drop off your next stitch. Hold your finger over the next stitch. So let me see, you can see me picking up these ones. And like once the needle goes down, you can get your hook in the, you can get your needle through the middle of the two little bars. And I may show you what the bars look like in a minute. I want to make sure I don't drop off any of these stitches. And a headband, as far as I know, it takes 90 rows, I think. So at least that's what I've been doing, 90 rows. And usually I don't have my yarn this long, but because I broke it with my hand and I don't have any scissors to cut it down, that's what I'm using. So, let's see. Oh. Okay, so here's the pegs right here. These are the pegs that I'm taking out. So once I crank it around and the needle goes down, then I can take it off. So let me see if you can see that one. See this one? I'm going to crank it around and then the needle is going to go down. See how the needle went down? And now I'm going to put my needle in there and pick up that stitch. And now I'm going to crank it around a few more times so I can get more of the stitches. So trying to do this so you guys can see. So now I have a bunch of them that are free. So I can just go in there and scoop them up. All the free ones I can go scoop up with my needle. And then I just pull it through. And then I'll crank some more. And then I'll pick up all of these. Hopefully you can see, because I can't see what I'm doing, but hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Then I just only have a few more that I'm going to crank around and pull off. And now I just have 3 more. See, I just only got 3 more left. And that first one, it kind of went back under there. But once I get these 2 to make sure that they're not going to fall off, that one I'll have to go back. The first one, sometimes you have to go back and then you have to like take it off. But just make sure that you get it. And put your thread under there, and then now it's cast off. I'm going to sit back down, and then I'm going to remove the machine. Let's see. Okay, here's my thread and my needle. All of my stitches are on there. So this is what it looks like coming off of the machine. That's what it looks like. So I'm just going to stretch it. I'm going to stretch it. Then I'm going to stretch it this way, all the way down. Just stretch it in both directions. And then it like rolls up on itself. So I'm going to unroll it and then stretch that part too. And then I'm going to pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it. And I'm going to unroll this part down here and stretch it as well. So now that I have it fully stretched out, I'm just going to cinch it up. And then this one over here is my cast on row, so the string is not as long, but I'm going to cinch it up as well. So I'm just going to cinch it up as well. And just cinch it up by pulling on the string. But don't pull too tight, you don't want to break it, especially if you have some thinner yarn. This Red Heart yarn is kind of thick. But if you, so just take your time cinching it up. And once it's all cinched up, what you can do, I'll do it with this one because, and you do both of them the same. So you can like thread your needle back on there and close it up this way before you do the cinch in the middle. You can just kind of, sometimes I'll just kind of go back and forth. Just closing up the hole a little bit. Just putting my needle in there like that. Just closing up that hole. Sometimes I'll do it the other way. Oh, that's good enough, so I'm going to leave that. That's going to be good enough. And then I'm going to try to see if I can break this yarn off a little bit, make it a little bit shorter. All right. All right, so then what I do when I thread my needle is I take my yarn or needle or thread, whatever I'm threading, and I will put my needle on there. I will fold my yarn over it. I will pinch it, pull my needle out, and then thread it from the top. So that's what I do. So then this one I'm just going to kind of go put my needle in there and just kind of go across a couple of times just to kind of close up the hole a little bit. Oh, still a little long, but it is what it is. So just gonna do that a couple of times. Let's see, I'm gonna make this yarn even shorter. I'm gonna pull a little bit more over here. Okay. And I'm going to make this one a little bit shorter as well. All right. So now that I have both of them cinched up just a little bit, I can leave my needle on there. I don't need to take my needle off. Now I'm just going to try to straighten them out a little bit. And this is the one I'm just going to tie together. So then I'm just going to tie them together. And this is like the quick and easy way. So I'm just going to kind of tie them together. Tie them kind of tight. Then might tie one more time. And then now they're kind of like loosely like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just kind of going to go back and forth a couple of times to just put the sides together. So like I might just put these two sides together right here, and then I'll just put my needle in there. But I might do it closer and go out and then come back under. So I'm just kind of gonna close it up a little bit by just going back and forth. Just going back and forth a little bit. Whatever makes you comfortable. So I'm just kind of putting it in. And then I'll probably like just go a little bit on that side right there. Now that I have that, I'll probably just go to the other side. And just put my needle anywhere, pull it up. And this time I'm going to put both of the yarns in there. So once again, I'm going to take my hook, put my needle over it, put the yarn over my needle. I'm going to pinch, and then I'm going to thread both of them. And you have to have a large eye needle to do it. So then I'm just going to put both of these through here. Just going to cinch it up where it's a little bit more closed. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm sorry if I'm off camera. And then I'm going to just keep closing it up a little bit. Closing it up. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to take my needle and open it up a little bit, and then I am going to put my needle down the center, making sure that I'm only in the middle and not on, like I don't want to be on this side. So I don't want you to see my stitches on that side. I'm just going to pull my needle out and see, and then it's just going to hide the yarn in there. You can't see it on both sides. So then I'm going to probably go back in there a little bit and go down a little bit more, making sure that you don't see my needle on this side, on the inside. So it's like open here. And I'm not going to stick my needle out there, but I'm going to just go make sure that I'm in the center and go way, way down in the center and pull my needle out. And then when I have some scissors, which I don't have any right here, I am going to cut that. Now this one you can see the green a little bit right here, but on this side you can't see the color really right here until I pull through with the green. So I could have pulled through with just the green, with just, but there's both colors on both sides. So you can make it look a little bit neater if you want to. And there you have a cinch headband. You can even put a what they call a felty right here, or you can embroidery like a patch or something right there if you want to. Or you could crochet a flower and put a flower right there, crochet a heart, or whatever you want to do. But this is, and then so I'm gonna cut these threads when I get some scissors. I don't have no scissors over here. Sorry about that. And then so that is our cinched headband. So thank you for joining me. I will come back and do one where I'm going to cast on, and then tomorrow hopefully I'll be able to do one where I would do with the waist yarn and show you how I crochet the waist yarn off. So thank you for joining me. God bless. You have an awesome and an amazing day. Be blessed, my friend. And sorry the video is so long, but give it a thumbs up anyway. Give it a like. Leave a comment if you have any questions. Thanks for joining. God bless. You have an awesome and amazing day. Goodbye.